Mount Semeru in East Java province erupted on Sunday, December the 4th, 2022. The eruption caused lava avalanches and hot clouds affecting the surrounding areas. Zulhafidz Tadore, a TVRI World reporter, will bring us the latest updates and the facts about the eruptions of Mount Semeru. Zulhafidz, your report, please.
Yes, at 5 Western Indonesia time, Semeru was observed emitting ash for approximately 400 meters above the top of the mountain. And this some of the facts concerning the Semeru eruption. And the status of Mount Semeru is set at the watch level as occurred on Sunday. The first eruption of Mount Semeru on Sunday, December the 4th, 2022, occurred at 2:46 Western Indonesia time. The eruption spewed clouds about 15 kilometers above the peak. Seismographs recorded the eruption caused the vibration of a maximum amplitude of 35 millimeters and with a duration of 0 seconds. Then at 12 Western Indonesia time, the status was raised from level 3 to alert to level 4 or beware. And people are called to steer clear of conducting activities within a radius of 5 kilometers from the crater of Semeru. Well, on the other hand, the Center for Volcanology and Geological Disaster Mitigation, or PVMBG, urges people not to do activities around Mount Semeru, mainly in the southeast sector along Besuk Kobokan, as far as 13 kilometers from the epicenter of the eruption. And the public is also urged not to be within the distance of 500 meters from the riverbank along Besuk Kobokan. This area has the potential to be hit hot clouds and lava flows, as it's within the radius of distance of 17 kilometers from the peak. And beyond that distance, PVMBG urges people not to be within a radius of 5 kilometers from the top of Semeru volcano. This area is said to be prone to the danger of incandescent stone ejection. PVMBG also urges people to be aware of the potential for hot clouds, lava avalanches, and lava along the flow of rivers or valleys upstream to the peak of Semeru, including at Besuk Abang, Besuk Kembar, and Besuk Sad, as well as lava potential in the subsidiary of the Besuk Kobokan River. At least thousands of residents were displaced, affected by the eruption of Mount Semeru. The National Disaster Mitigation Agency, or BNP, reported that at least 1,979 eruption people were displaced at 11 post-eruption points or evacuation points. And based on data from the BNPB, that there are 11 evacuation points located at SDN for Supi Turang, Oro-Oro Ombo Village Hall, and SDN2 Sumber Rurip Village Hall, Penanggal Village Hall, and also Gunung Sawur Post Pasirian Village Hall, and then Candipuro Field, and also Candipuro District Office, and at SMPN2 Pronojiwo. And Semeru eruption had also been said to have an impact on tsunami in Japan. And information said that the eruption of Mount Semeru that spewed as high as 15 kilometers caught the attention of the Japan Meteorological Agency, or GMA. According to the GMA, major volcanic eruptions, even in distant places, can sometimes cause changes in atmospheric pressure in other regions. These changes in pressure lead to changes in high tide. When the volcano in Tonga, South Pacific, erupted last January, the eruption changed the course of tide and atmospheric pressure in Japanese territorial waters. But PVMBG, or Volcanology and Geological Mitigation Center, has denied that the Semeru eruption is capable of causing a tsunami in Japan. And volcano coordinator at PVMBG, Geological Agency, Ministry of Energy and Mineral Resources, assessed that the eruption of Mount Semeru was unlikely to cause a tsunami that reached Japanese waters. The same with the eruption which occurred last Sunday, December the 4th, 2022. Moreover, the recent Semeru eruption was not a major eruption, and went on to explain that the hot clouds or the volcanic asphalts released by the eruption did not even reach the sea. So the PVMBG, the Volcanology and Geological, had demanded for clarification about the particular news set out by Japanese media correlating the Semeru eruption and possible occurrence of tsunami in Japan that was quoted by local media in the country, and has received the answer that all is not true, and that the Japan Meteorological Agency had never set out such release regarding the Semeru eruption. In the meantime, I'm Zulhafidz Tadore and camera person Adri Handira reporting for TVRI World.
Right, comprehensive report there from Zulhafidz Tadore, right at the center of the volcanic eruption of Semeru in East Java. Thank you very much for the report.